The date is October 5th, 1970, and you are at the dinner table with your mother and little sister, eating a typical American breakfast, while your father is reading the newspaper plastered with the word Vietnam all over. But none of that matters to you, as you and your sister's eyes are glued to the TV as the letters PBS appear on the screen. You didn't know it now, but the letters PBS would be a staple in millions of households across America for decades to come, educating children through its wacky and entertaining shows. Until now. PBS is a non-profit organization that collaborates with member stations to deliver high-quality programming and services to the American public. Through various media platforms, PBS aims to educate, inspire, entertain, and showcase a wide range of perspectives. By doing so, it empowers individuals to realize their full potential and contributes to the social, democratic, and cultural well-being of the United States. So, how did PBS all begin? 56 years ago, PBS came to life through the passage of the Broadcast Act of 1967. The law coming as a result of growing support for the potential education media could provide to children. Shortly after its creation, PBS's life was almost cut short, facing budget cuts from the new administration following Richard Nixon's promises of reducing federal intervention within the economy and government.
Sharing proposal, we follow through on a commitment I made in the last campaign. We follow through on a mandate which the electorate gave us last November.
Fred Rogers, a pioneer in children's media, would play a crucial role in saving PBS, testifying before the Senate, emphasizing the importance of such service to children all across America. After multiple hurdles, PBS finally broadcasted their first show, Julia Child's cooking show, French Chef. Throughout the years, PBS would have several prominent programs specifically designed to educate children. For example, Reading Rainbows was aimed to foster children's loves for books and reading, while Cosmos, A Personal Voyage, a show about space and time, aimed at introducing children to science and making them fall in love with it. Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, the man who saved PBS decades earlier, would be a crucial program within PBS. Through his talent of puppetry, Rogers would teach children kindness. It would also allow children to see themselves as people as well, understand more about themselves and others' emotions. Arguably, the biggest show ever aired on PBS was Sesame Street. Similar to Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, it featured the Muppets, guiding children through numbers, reading, vocabulary, emotions, and much more. Sesame Street has become one of the most successful shows on PBS with over 200 Emmys and educating over millions of children through the Muppets.
Well, let's get into the world of Sesame Street, a place where letters come to life, numbers dance, and furry monsters teach us all about kindness, friendship, and the joy of learning. But did you know that some famous faces in the world have also visited this beloved neighborhood? Today, we're taking a stroll down memory lane to look at some of the biggest celebrities who've stopped by Sesame Street to sign, laugh, and learn. From its very beginning, in 1969, Sesame Street was a cultural magnet. Legendary jazz musician Steve Wonders brought his funky beats to the streets in the 70s.
I think so, okay.
Oh, okay.
You ready?
Go ahead.
It's splabba-dabba-dabba-dabba-splatter-bada-bop.
Oh, that
You got it?
Now I got it. Good.
Right on.
Then came James Earl Jones, who became the first celebrity guest. What did he do, you may ask? He simply recited the alphabet in his iconic voice. Through the decades, movie stars have made their way to the big screen. Robin Williams brought his bundleless energy, improvising with puppets and teaching kids about conflict resolution. Julia Roberts helped Elmo learn to laugh, and Sandra Oh recently stopped by to talk about the word unique. Music has also been a huge part of Sesame Street, and that means lots of musical guests. Beyoncé, Alicia Keys, Bruno Mars, and Janelle Monáe have all lent their voices, not just to sing, but to teach important life lessons through songs. It's not just entertainers, athletes, and even world leaders have joined in on the fun. Kobe Bryant taught kids about patience. Michelle Obama showed up to promote healthy eating and exercise. And even Supreme Court Justice Sonia Sotomayor taught Abby Kadabi about careers and justice. But Sesame Street isn't about the celebrity factor. It's about connections. Every guest who visits isn't just there to smile for the camera. They're there to help kids understand their feelings, expand their vocabulary, and for them to believe in themselves. When Lin-Manuel Miranda freestyled the word of the day,
Animals of every color, animals of every size. Toucans, macaws, monkeys, frogs, sloths, butterflies. Lots of animals above, lots of animals below. A rainforest is the perfect place for a bird to grow.
he wasn't just showing off his lyrical skills. He was showing kids how fun learning can be. From Oscar winners to Muppets, it's a place where everyone belongs, and that's what makes it truly special.
Once again, like in the 1970s, PBS is at risk of losing funding. On May 1st, 2025, the anniversary of Fred Rogers' speech to save PBS, Donald Trump signed an executive order revoking funding to PBS and NPR, National Public Radio, citing the content produced in the recent years as biased. His order also stems from his promises during the campaign trail to reduce federal spending and what he calls federal waste.
Tasked with conducting a complete financial and performance audit of the entire federal government and making recommendations for drastic reforms. We need to do it. Can't go on the way we are now.
With the United States debt as of May 29th standing at a whopping $36 trillion, the highest it has ever been in American history. Donald Trump's efforts to stop funding to PBS has been met with fierce opposition and a handful of lawsuits from both NPR and PBS, as they claim that Donald Trump is stripping away their First Amendment rights, making it known that the funding has stopped due to policy disagreements. Trump's White House hit back, stating the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, otherwise known as CBP, is creating media to support a particular political party on the taxpayer's dime. Therefore, the president is exercising his lawful authority to limit funding to NPR and PBS. Both NPR and PBS CEOs rebutted, stating, "We will vigorously defend our right to provide essential news, information, and life-saving services to the American public." Catherine Maher said, "We will challenge this executive order using all means available." To give you a perspective of how much government funding impacts PBS, PBS receives about 35% of its funds from the government or otherwise known as the CBP, and the other 65% is from donations from viewers and foundations. The fight between the Trump administration and PBS is still in its early stages, and there is no telling what the future looks like for PBS and NPR. And we will have to wait in court to see how it plays out between NPR, PBS, and the Trump administration.